when capitalism is rising up to gobble up Donald Trump, the passionate defender of capitalism, it should tell you everything you need to know about what Donald Trump's policies are doing to business. More of this, please. More of this. Before I start this story, you already know what it's about. You've seen the thumbnail. You've seen the title that Costco is now suing the Trump administration for their illegal tariffs, right? I want to say this. This isn't some kind of a fanboy letter, love letter to Costco. Costco is a corporation that doesn't give a single shit about you. They care about your wallet. And the reason they're suing the Trump administration for this illegal tariff policy, this illegal power grab, this abdication of its role in Congress to actually regulate trade and tariffs, the reason they're doing it is because it's hurting their bottom line. They are holding the line right now relative to pricing. They say in this article multiple times to protect the consumer, to protect the customer, but it's because protecting the customer in this case protects their bottom line. It does eventually is going to lead to more customer loyalty. I don't hate Costco. I think Costco's great. I have a Costco membership, but I want it to be very clear that this isn't Costco being patriotic. This is Costco doing what is good for them in this capitalist makeup that we have. Okay? I think that's very important because also it should signal to conservatives that Costco, titan of capitalism, is unhappy with Donald Trump and his insanity right now. This is the headline from the New York Times, from the NBC News. Costco sues the Trump administration seeking a refund of tariffs. The wholesaler is the latest company to sue a federal agency over the president's signature economic policy. Costco Wholesale has sued the Trump administration, asking the Court of International Trade to consider all tariffs collected under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act unlawful. You're going to hear the International Emergency Economic Powers Act talked about several times throughout this article, but it's going to be an acronym, IEPA. So when you hear that, know that it's the International International Emergency Economic Powers Act, okay? The company said in a filing Friday that it is seeking a, quote, full refund of all duties under the act paid as a result of President Donald Trump's executive order that imposed what he called reciprocal tariffs. Because IEPA does not clearly authorize the president to set tariffs, the challenged tariff orders cannot stand, and the defendants are not authorized to implement and collect them. Costco's lawyer writes in the lawsuit, the Supreme Court is reviewing the legality of Trump's sweeping tariff agenda. In oral arguments in early November, justices appeared skeptical about the government's case to let them continue. And not just the liberal justices, the lone, the three, the handful, the third of the court that is liberal. We are talking about Gorsuch and the Alito, I think. There were the conservatives on the court were very skeptical about Donald Trump's power, which is shocking because they bend the knee on everything else. Costco does not say in the filing how much the duties have cost the company. Importers have paid nearly $90 billion under the IEPA law, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection data through late September. In May, on Costco's earnings call, though, Chief Financial Officer Gary Millerchip told investors that about a third of Costco's sales in the United States are imported products. Millerchip said items imported from China represented about 8% of the total U.S. sales. Millerchip said that while Costco was seeing a direct impact from tariffs on imports on some fresh food items from Central and South America, it decided not to increase prices, quote, because they are key staple items for its customers. Some of those fresh food items included pineapples and bananas. We essentially held the price on those to make sure that we're protecting the member, he said. They mean Costco's members. You have to be a member. Like you have a little membership card with your picture on it to get in. And then they accost you on the way out, checking to make sure that their members didn't steal anything from them. It's a business based on trust, y'all. In September, Millerchip told analysts, we continue to work closely with our suppliers to find ways to mitigate the impact of tariffs, including moving the country of production where it makes sense and consolidating our buying efforts globally to lower the cost of goods across all markets. Through the end of October, the government had collected, get a load of this number. Through the end of October, the United States government, had collected $205 billion in tariffs. $205,000 million. That you're paying. The end user pays the tariff that gets passed on to them by the person who's importing the good, the American company, the American person who is importing the goods, the American company like Costco who imports the goods and either has to eat that tariff, but the vast majority of companies pass it on to the consumer. They're not doing it because they don't want to lose business by passing it on to the consumer. They still want to be known as the low-cost wholesaler in this business. With Friday's lawsuit, Costco becomes the latest major company to seek tariff refunds through the courts. They're not the only one. Global cosmetics giant Revlon, eyeglass maker Essilor Luxottica, I think that's Luxottica. Not an eyeglass wearer. That's not Warby Parker. Motorcycle manufacturer Kawasaki, canned good food seller Bumblebee, Japanese auto supplier Yokohama Tire, and many smaller firms have also filed similar suits. While we wait for the Supreme Court, I think it is prudent for businesses like this to take this to court. I mean, they could be filing amicus briefs with the court to lend their support for the lawsuit that is currently before them. I don't know if it's too late for that. Not a lawyer, don't know. But let me tell you, Donald Trump, when capitalism is rising up to gobble up Donald Trump, the passionate defender of capitalism, it should tell you everything you need to know about what Donald Trump's policies are doing to business. And by virtue of that, to the economy of the United States. Hopefully, at some point, MAGA starts waking up. These companies that aren't your friend, they're a friend of dollars. They're a friend of making money, of accumulating profit and capital. They are turning against Donald Trump. It should tell you everything. Costco is not some woke, liberal political organization. They are a cog in the capitalist machine that wants to accumulate and hoard as much wealth as they can. Wake up, MAGA. Donald Trump's not a friend of the economy. He's a friend of his billionaire class people who want to grift and make as much money as they can while harming the United States economy at large. Anyway, my voice is starting to go. What do you think? I invite you to this conversation. Let's have it in the comments below. I'm sure we can disagree agreeably. I haven't said that in a long time, so I said it wrong. I'm sure we can disagree, if we do, agreeably in the comments. I know how YouTube comment sections are. Very peaceful. Never name calling. Never weirdos. Never aggression. Never... Anyway, I can't even get through it. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you very much. If you appreciate what I do, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like and follow the Facebook page. And if you want to become a channel member, you can do it on YouTube by clicking the join button or go to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love and appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine and take care of one another.